Yeah, we back. Yeah, we back. Now, today's going to be a quick video. I'm going to be responding to a fellow content creator in the space, Dynast Amir. You know, all in good spirits, no animosity. You know, it's all good, bro. I'm just providing, the rebuttal. That's all, right? Like I said, we just exchanging ideas in the space. Now, earlier today, Dynast was on a live stream basically talking about a supposed mineral deal between the Congo and the Trump administration, the United States. Now, as it stands right now, at the time of this recording, no deal, no agreement, no arrangement, no contract has been signed, according to my knowledge right now. The landscape is evolving very rapidly, so I don't know what the future holds. But as of right now, there is no agreement that has been signed. Now, Dynast Amir, fellow content creator in the space, I know that he is most definitely a fan of Paul Kagame, right? He's definitely in a Paul Kagame fan club, right? So I just want to provide the other side of the argument. That's all I'm doing, right? So earlier today, Dynast was on a live stream basically saying that, or insinuating that the Congo is selling out to the West because they are engaging diplomatically with the United States. Now, obviously, this is ironic because Paul Kagame has one of the strongest economic and military ties to the United States among all African nations. But anyway, that's besides the point. We're going to get into that later. But anyways, I'm going to jump into the clip. But before we get into that, you already know, album out now. Album available everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify. Go to the homepage on my YouTube channel, my playlist section, Sahel1816. Go ahead and enjoy yourself, man. Now, run the clip.
So the Congo has came out and they're offering resources for protection. Again, they're offering resources to the United States of America for protection. And I'm asking myself now, we claim that we do not want the West to get involved in African affairs. We always say, how about the West just leave Africa alone? And trust me, the way Trump operates, if you want Trump to get involved, you might as well just give him the Congo. If you want Trump to get involved, you might as well just make Congo a colony of America. And that's the problem. You can't get help from the African Union? You're better off, Congo. I know you guys don't like Kagame, but you're better off striking a deal with Kagame than the U.S. Let me repeat. You're better off striking a deal with Kagame than the U.S. You'll be better off being a colony of Rwanda than the U.S. I'm going to put the link in the chat. But why do we continue to run to the West to get involved in our affairs? I thought that was the problem.
All right, we back. Now, I want to attack the first argument that he critiqued, right? In regards to the natural resources. And this is something that I don't understand amongst individuals who are fans of Paul Kagame, right? For example, take a look up on the screen. Just about a year ago, the European Union and Rwanda signed a memorandum of understanding on sustainable raw material value chains. And fast forward to today, in the present day, that's actually one of the biggest things coming under pressure and criticism right now, right? Take a look up on the screen. Pressure is growing on the EU to freeze the mineral deal with Rwanda over the DRC fighting. So that's why I say it's difficult to engage with individuals who are part of the Kagame fan club because some of them are way too deep into the propaganda, right? How can you criticize the Congo for engaging diplomatically with the West when Rwanda is the #1 exporter, the #1 supplier for these same exact natural resources you're talking about? Rwanda is the #1, the top of the list when it comes to supplying the resources to the West. So how can you praise Paul Kagame as a genius and then you want to criticize the next man for doing the exact same thing, right? That's what I'm saying. You cannot praise Paul Kagame for doing something and then criticize the next man for doing the exact same thing. I notice that a lot with individuals who are part of the Kagame fan club, right? If Kagame does something, oh man, Kagame, you're genius, right? If the next man does something, oh, he's selling out to the West. I don't get it, bro. I don't understand it. Like, now let's continue. Dynast went on to say that you might as well just let Trump annex the Congo, right? You might as well just become a colony of the United States, right? But meanwhile, Rwanda has one of the most long-standing and the strongest military relationships with the West, especially the United States. I think the United States is their #1 military and security partner for years at this point, right? Rwanda been locked in with the United States in terms of military partnership for at least going on 20 years. Probably, I think for the entirety of Kagame's regime, he's been locked in militarily with the United States and economically. And I think just a few years ago, take a look up on the screen, the United States of America signed a Status of Force agreement with Rwanda. Rwanda and the United States of America have signed the Status of Force agreement that will strengthen the existing good military cooperation between the United States of America and Rwanda. The signing ceremony was held on the 28th of May, 2020. This Status of Force agreement will be broader than the 2005 agreement and will cover U.S. personnel and U.S. contractors who may be temporarily present in the territory of Rwanda in connection with ship visits, training exercises, humanitarian activities, and other activities as mutually agreed. The Rwandan Defense Forces consist of only about 33,000 regular soldiers, but they are kept active with various peacekeeping and security provision tasks. In fact, Rwanda is the fourth largest contributor to United Nations peacekeeping missions in the world, with between 4,500 and 6,000 Rwandan soldiers wearing blue helmets. In 2023, the United States provided over $175 million in aid to Rwanda. Now, that's why I say I get a little confused by individuals who, like I say, man, Dynast said that Congo should become a colony of Rwanda. Meanwhile, correct me if I'm wrong, but just examining the landscape, it seems that Rwanda has the stronger economic and military partnership with the United States than the Congo is. But for whatever reason, in the minds of the Kagame fan club, Kagame's a genius, right? They're not saying that he sold out to the West, right? They say, oh, he's the Pan-African rebel leader. But what I'm saying, man, currently as it stands right now, there is no agreement or deal that has been signed between Congo and the United States, right? But Rwanda already had signed a deal, not with the United States, but with the entire European Union, right? Not just one nation in Europe, not just one singular nation. They signed an agreement with the entire continent of Europe to provide them the raw materials and the natural resources, right? But I've never heard Dynast Amir say that Kagame is a vassal of the West. You know, all I've heard you do is sing his praises. He signed an agreement with the entire continent of Europe. He said, I'll give the materials to all the Europeans. But like I said, there are some of us who are just so blinded by the propaganda that we really believe that Kagame is some type of anti-West, independent, sovereign black man stomping his feet, beating on his chest. No, he's not, bro. No, he's not, man. He got sanctioned. He was begging for money in less than a month. I did a video on that like a couple of days ago. Now, I might do an extended video or maybe a pay-per-view video talking about my opinion on this so-called alleged minerals deal between Congo and the United States. Now, like I said, as of right now, no deal has been signed. No deal has been struck between the two countries, but there has been a statement put out by the Congolese government, and take a look up on the screen. Commenting on the supposed mineral deal, Tshisekedi's spokesperson, Tina Salama, said on Twitter that the Congolese president had invited the United States, whose companies source strategic raw materials from Rwanda, materials that are looted from the Congo and smuggled to Rwanda while our populations are massacred, to buy them directly from us, the rightful owners. Now, anyway, like I said, I know that Dynast Amir, he's a big fan of Paul Kagame, so I understand his perspective, but we have to be honest in the discussion, right? If we talk about selling out to the West, locking in with the West, Kagame has received billions and billions of dollars of economic aid, right? And you're a conservative Republican Trump supporter. So let me translate that for you. Kagame has received billions of dollars of U.S. taxpayer money. Yeah, some of your hard-earned taxpayer money, right, bro? Because I know you supported Trump, so I know you hate when your tax dollars go overseas to, various bullshit. So yeah, Kagame has received billions of dollars in U.S. taxpayer money, right? So you're talking about the Congo selling out to the West. But like I said, man, you love Kagame, but Kagame already locking in with the West. He been locked in with the West. And when I read that statement that was put out by the Congolese government, the way I perceive the situation is the Congolese government is simply trying to cut Kagame out of the economic equation, right? Because Kagame is serving as an intermediary. He's serving as a middleman for the West. He's serving as a middleman for Western corporations, right? So instead of going to the Congo, they striking, backdoor deals with Kagame. So what the Congolese government is saying is instead of, going behind my back and cutting me off and not letting me get my tax, just come directly to me, right? Now, when you examine the mining sector of the Congo right now, the biggest player that I would say in the mining sector is China, right? So Rwanda locked in with the European Union as a countermeasure to Chinese influence. But the Congolese government is saying that instead of using Kagame as a middleman, you can just come directly to me. And also going back to that status of force agreement that Rwanda signed with the U.S. military, that basically means that U.S. military personnel can operate on Rwandan territory. They can come on Rwandan soil and they have diplomatic and legal protections. So like I said, man, everything you criticize the Congo for doing, your big dog Kagame, he been doing it. He been doing it for longer. So that's why I say if Kagame can arm himself and arm his rebels based on his relationship with the West and the United States, why do you criticize the Congo for doing the exact same thing to neutralize the threat? That's what I don't understand. That's what I need an answer for. So Kagame can arm himself, arm his rebels, with the weapons and security agreements he has with the West, but the Congo can defend themselves based on the exact same premise. And don't even get me started on the fact that Kagame's national budget, at least over 30% of his national budget, is foreign aid coming from the West. And even with all that, he still has a smaller GDP than nations like Ivory Coast or Haiti. So like I said, man, we got to stop with all this exaggerated, high and mighty, spectacular talking about Rwanda needs to come colonize the Congo. Listen, man, I can name multiple failed states that have a higher GDP per capita than Rwanda. So we really got to stop, gassing up Kagame, man. Listen, some of y'all love Kagame way too much, man. Y'all really bought into the propaganda. But anyways, man, like I said, if you're going to praise Kagame as a genius for selling minerals that he got from the Congo, but then you're going to criticize the Congo for selling the minerals that belongs to them, I don't understand the logic. Can somebody please get into the comment section and break down the logic of the Kagame fan club, right? So Kagame is a genius for selling Congolese minerals, but the Congolese government is selling out to the West for selling their own minerals. Like I said, man, some of us have bought into the Kagame propaganda a little too heavy. We got to relax, man. We got to relax. Anyways, man, it's your boy Neferkari Desaline back in the Billy. Yes, indeed. Cash App in the description. Support the channel, man. Hey, album out now. Apple Music, Spotify. Go to the homepage of my YouTube channel, Sahel1816. And I'm gone. Peace. Gotta go get it, I'm never waiting. Stay in the trends and I'm innovative. Shorty, she on me, she said she love me. Straight to the top and I'm elevated. Straight to the top and I'm never stopping. Running my business, I'm enterprising. Working that money, I get it fast. Stay in my lane and I hit the gas. Counting my blessings and make it last. Don't want a fraction, I want it all. Stick to the code and the protocol. Feel like a king and I'll never fall. Fuck up a check when I'm in the mall. Riding that German, I'm in the Benz. Plotting revenge, I don't make amends. Hitting that corner and make it bend. Up in the sky like commercial pilots. Keep it 100, I'm moving silence. Know we united, they can't divide us. Say that she love when I give her guidance. Told me she love me, I know it's real. Know they gon' hate, but I know the deal. Know they gon' hate when you so official. Paying my dues like I'm sacrificial. Handle my business so beneficial. Ride on my enemies with the miss. Ride on my enemies with a chop. Coming for blood, make them call the doctor. Coming for blood, I ain't showing mercy. Probably gon' kill me or try to hurt me. Probably gon' kill me, I keep it tending. Bulletproof vehicle when I whip it. Came from the bottom, I really live it. Really, my life is a motion picture. Lately, I feel like the trend is topping. Keep it authentic, I keep it honest. Up at the bank with a new deposit. Call me the boss and I pay the cost. Feel like a rocket, I'm taking off. Come to the crib and she take it off. Gotta go get it, I'm never waiting. Stay in the trends and I'm innovative. Shorty, she on me, she said she love me. Straight to the top and I'm elevated. Straight to the top and I'm never stopping. Running my business, I'm enterprising. Working that money, I get it fast. Stay in my lane and I hit the gas. Counting my blessings and make it last. Don't want a fraction, I want it all. Stick to the code and the protocol. Feel like a king and I'll never fall. Fuck up a check when I'm in the mall. Riding that German, I'm in the Benz. Plotting revenge, I don't make amends. Hitting that corner and make it bend. Go. Never wait. Innovative. Say she love me. Elevated. Never stopping. Enterprising. Get it fast.